What the fuck are your core values? Straight up. Everybody's core values, I don't even think people have this fucking figured out, okay? They don't have it figured out where they even know what they want in this life, who they actually are, what they see for themselves. And a big one, definitely for Nick Drivas, is going to be when it comes to relationships, when it comes to even just that one person. Like, my whole fucking life, it is always said, one woman, okay? And that is something that I've always stuck by. I've had a couple of girlfriends since high school, even like when I was a little kid, little guy, but we don't really count those. And now I'm 23. I mean, I haven't dated in a minute. I've only gone on dates so far. But this idea of, like, multiple fucking women, it just does not click with me. It never has. Like, the same thing when it was with what everybody else was doing, okay? Because, like, that's where it's headed, I can see, is, like, now there's something like what the fuck is it? Polystramical, like, relationship or some shit, like, where you date, like, multiple people. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I step outside or I see the shit online. I'm like, huh? What the fuck is this shit? Like, my whole life, once again, it is always brought back to me is like, have one woman. Make that woman, like, build, like, with her. Like, do dope shit with that one woman. Give it everything you got with her. And people think that's a fucking, like, simping. What? I don't even believe in that fucking word in the first place. Okay? And now, here's the thing. Me at 23, you go to Billy Bob, that's 22, and hears this, and it's going to be like, well, he's fucking simping, and he doesn't know what, blah, 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 fucking on and on. He's jerking the fuck out of his dick, he's drinking, he's fucking, eating junk food, and it's like, okay, so, yeah, you're definitely, you're right there, pal. Definitely, you got it all fucking figured out. You're killing it so fucking hard there, pal. I'm like, yeah, no. So, the guy that's going on just, like, going and fucking multiple chicks, that's not something for me that I've always stuck to. Like, I don't believe in that shit. Like, like, taking a girl out on a date and just trying to fuck her. Like, that's another big thing, too. Like, if anything, I take it one girl at a time. I can't do multiple fucking chicks. Like, I only do one chick at a time. I'm like, motherfucker, Nick Drivas cannot fucking multitask. Really. Like, when it comes to, like, business and all that shit, yeah, to a certain extent. But, like when it comes to, like, relationships, when it comes to, like, even, like, me fucking driving and somebody's trying to talk to me as I try to park, I'm like, I'm so fucking focused on just trying to, like, get between the two lines. So, that's, like, another, like, core value. It's, like, multitasking, I'm like, I'm like, nah, not really. I'm like, because I put all my fucking focus, all my precise just measurements or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like, just to the fucking T. And I've always been like that. And that is something that would just never fucking change with Nick Drivas. Like, he'll just, like, how this shit on here, like, I could go like this for hours and hours and hours and just do that until it becomes, like, pointy as fuck. I'm just using that as a fucking example. Like, I'm not going to go and try to go to the other corner and try to do that one. Or I'm going to, like, try to, like, do it on the table. Like, I'm really just going to sit here with this fucking thing that's a part of this table for, like, covering. And just really make it so fucking precise and sharp and focus on those two little lines to form together to get sharper. That's it. That's what everything else would just be blocked off. And that's one of my core values. So I apply that with women. I apply that with my daily discipline checklist, my daily habits, everything. Because the person that you are, inside and out, is going to be reflected, and you're only going to attract what you are and who you are. So I don't want to have a whole bunch of chicks or, you know, a whole bunch of vices in my way, because then I'm going to attract, one, people like that. I'm not going to attract the certain lifestyle or what I imagine, and I'm just like, this shit is so fucking lame in the first place. Like, all this shit. I'm like, I see all these entrepreneurs talking about this shit, or just people in general online or influencers, and then they're talking about the discipline part, and then they're all like smoking either hookah, smoking weed, drinking, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on out here? Are you really practicing what you preach? And my core values has always been, not really with the drugs. Like, I only smoke and drank a couple of times, and that was out of peer pressure because of everybody else. Like, I was like, oh, like, all right, I'll look cool if, like, everybody's doing that. Fuck that. Nick Drivas has always been so left field. It's just like, you know what? Fuck what everybody else is doing. I don't give a fuck. Even at whatever the fuck level it is, don't matter if it's a fucking president of the United States. I don't even know who the fuck who's it? Trump, Biden? I don't even fucking know. If it's the fucking like priest from fucking Rome in Italy or some shit, the fucking the big Catholic guy. I don't know, that dude. Like, it doesn't matter of where they're at on the hierarchy of like social value or whatever. Like, I'm just gonna do me. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I really don't give a fuck. And if you don't like it, fuck off. That's it. You don't like my answer? Guess what? Come here. Ready? Fuck off. Like, get the fuck away from me. That's what I'm saying. It's not meant for everybody. My message is only for a select group of people to understand that to really make a fucking dent. This has always been me since I've been 16, 17 years old. To make a fucking dent in this universe, you can't be a carbon copy. You can't listen to what everybody else wants you to do. And again, that voice, I don't know what the fuck it is. There was never really a block when it came to vices, when it came to being like everybody else, partaking, like if we're at a social event and like grabbing a drink, I'll just take a fucking water instead of some fucking mojito or some fucking weird ass feminine drink that these guys be having. I don't fucking know, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to smoke the fucking vape. I know what that does. And because of the shit that I've specifically gone through, especially with family members dying from throat, lung cancer, fucking drinking too much, dying from that, being alcoholics on my whole fucking, especially on my father's side of the family, and then just certain things even that I saw on my mom's side of the family. So I've been through so much, seeing so much death, especially at 12, 13 years old. That clicked for me and was like, I don't want to be like that. Like, guys, this house specifically, I used to live with my grandmother. God rest her soul. She used to come into that room with a whiteboard, and she had a tube in her throat because she couldn't talk, and she would write what she wanted to say to me on that whiteboard. I was 12 years old. So it clicked very quickly as I got older and I was in these circumstances when I stepped outside and everybody was like, do you want that drink? Do you want to smoke? And the times that I did give in is because I was thinking, oh, I'll look cool if I do this. Oh, I'll be like everybody else. And I said, I am never going to do that. This shit hurts the fuck into my throat. I get paranoid around fucking weed, especially. That's always been me. I get weirded out and lethargic as well, especially with weed. With drinking and shit, I'm like, I don't even like the fucking taste. That shit is made for fucking pussies. And it's just not my style, you know? And when it comes to looking cool and all that shit, this shit is one big fucking high school all over again. Where you had the cool kids and the bad guys, and then you had the people that were just like, fuck this, I don't want to do this. And you have the people who were like pussies and they couldn't stand up for themselves. I'm the person that's just like, you can't even put me in a fucking category. That's the dopest shit. That's Nick Drivas at its core. Is that nobody can put Nick Drivas in a fucking category. Because I'm fucking everywhere. I can do it all. Anything you say, bring my way, I'll fucking handle it. What the fuck can I not do? I'm like, I make music. I know how to make beats. I know how to fucking make content. I know how to make a connection point in your fucking skull to understand where the fuck I'm coming from. I know how to coach. I know how to shoot music videos. I know how to fucking edit those and mix, master, record, all that shit. Especially with music and then even for fucking music videos as well. Like, what the fuck? There's so much other shit that I know. Like, don't even get me started on running a fucking business. Sales, like, the list goes on and fucking on. So you can't put me in a category. Can't put me in a category of what everybody else is doing or just to look a certain way, to look all fucking cool. What the fuck? Fuck you, pal. I don't give a shit what the fuck, how much you fucking made. I'm gonna go live the dopest Nick. That's how you guys should be living. And watch this. This right here. That's what the fuck I journal about pretty much as of recently. To just, whatever I want to say, whatever I think is cool, that's what I'm gonna say on here. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Like, you don't like the answer? Then scoot, bitch. Date next. Who's ready for the message? Who's gonna fucking receive it? Who's ready for it? Seriously. Because not many are. And they're just like, well, you should do this. And then I'm like, fuck you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to date multiple women. I don't want to do that. I know what the fuck I want. When it's just calling me constantly, it's like, okay, this, that, the other. Especially with a woman. Especially with how you treat people, with karma, with how it rings back around, goes back around. If you don't do what the fuck is required, it can work positive or negative, and it can compound. Like, those are the things that I, Nick Drivas, specifically believe in because of what I went through, my experiences so far. Because people just think I'm just this kid that just lives in this fucking house all day and doesn't know some shit. But guess what, motherfucker? Shit just happens to me, or even just happens for me, that I can give to the world. That's it. Like, I've always said, I'm not your typical 23-year-old. I'm not your typical just posting for just validation, weight loss, anything. There is such a deep-ass message, and it only continues to get deeper and just more fluid and connects quicker for you guys to understand why or what I'm saying in the content, okay? So, that's the video for today. I don't give a fuck. Live off of your core values. I just redid mine, and I'm like, fuck, I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is, whatever influencer, like, what the fuck do you want? Straight up. What are your core values? What the fuck do you believe in? And go live that. And then if nobody wants that or whatever, doesn't agree, then they can just, right here, son, just fuck off. That's it. Fuck off, and then just find more people that you can attract by continuously to not break and say, you know what, yeah, you know what, I'm going to listen to that guy. You know what, I think I'm wrong. No, you're not wrong. That's the major difference. You're actually right because you're going off of intuition and what you feel and what's in your heart. How mind, body, and soul is so connected, especially when you're so locked in. So, I digress. I love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Just don't fucking just listen to the lies. That's it. Peace out.